Okay, everybody, we are live. Sorry for a little bit of a delay. We literally just got ready to do the live video. We've got a new man behind camera today. His name is Johnny. We're super excited. This is actually his second day on the job. So everybody in the comments, say hi to Johnny. If you guys do have questions, let us know. I'm just going to refresh my memory on what the second and third place prizes are for our March and April drawing, which is what you guys are here to watch the drawing of, what we're going to announce the winners of. So that's why I'm on my phone on camera. That's why you can watch me watching you. We're actually going to bend live on camera. Basically, every single time we do this, anyone who's new to our drawings or our live videos says, hey, I want to watch you guys bend something. Like maybe people who don't have a bender sitting, in their shop right now. We are actually prepared to do that. I've got some tubing sitting right here, and we are going to bend actual production parts on this machine. So it's going to be super, super exciting. I'm just going to make sure that I don't announce anything wrong about the prizes. So I'm going to take a peek at that real quick. 50 and 25. Perfect. So if you guys are here live watching while we call your name as a winner, you get a gift card added to your prize. So first place winner is the grand prize winner. If they're here, we're going to remind you guys to comment and let us know. You'll get a $100 gift card added to your prize just for being here watching live. Second place is going to get a $50 gift card added. So second place is a $50 gift card, so they'll get their prize doubled. Third prize, $25 gift card, will also be doubled. So super exciting. We also have new products coming out. I'm going to be shooting video for those soon, and I want to announce them with a video. So if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, it's super easy to do on YouTube. You have to have a Google account to do that. So as long as you have an account at gmail.com, you can subscribe to our channel on YouTube. It helps us out tremendously knowing that we have an audience, and that is the reason why we do all this work. So please do that. Also, it will let you know when our new products come out, because we've kind of started getting in the habit of launching those with a video, because you guys generally want to see them with a video of how it gets used, what it does, what the difference is between it and the thing it's replacing. So we're happy to show you guys that information. Before I get into actually announcing all the winners, which are sitting right here, I want to remind you that this is a live video. The fun part about that is you guys, well, I'm probably actually going to bend tubing first also, but then I'll announce these guys. Fun part about it being a live video is you get to interact with us, myself and Johnny, live real time. So if you have questions, if you have comments, just type it into the comments field, ask us. I would be happy to answer them. There's a little bit of a delay, so if you do ask a question, there's going to be about 8 seconds or so between when you type it and when you hear the answer as Johnny reads it to me. So the question. If you guys didn't know how to enter, there was actually, I think, 4 or 5 methods of entry in this 2-month period. We'll be doing a very similar one for the next period. So this drawing period entry started in March, went through the end of April. So it just ended 5 days ago. Happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody, by the way. And may the 4th be with you, belated. If you guys are Star Wars nerds, I was raised as one, so I have to be one. You could enter by buying swag, like what I'm wearing right now. You could enter by sending in postcards. You could enter by buying swag and donating it, like stickers. They're 2 for $1, and you can donate them to a school. So a very cheap way to get 2 entry methods, and you don't have to write a postcard out. You could also enter by writing reviews for our products on our webpage in the last entry period. It was Google in the last entry period. In the current entry period, it's going to be Facebook reviews. So be sure to leave those for us. And then the last method of entry was to share our drawing on Instagram, and then use a couple of specific hashtags so we can actually go find those posts easily. So lots of methods of entry. All of them are free except for one, which is buying swag, which is great because everybody likes our merchandise anyway. We do know that it's getting a little repetitive on the merchandise. We are going to come out with new stuff and cool stuff, I promise. We're just focusing on getting orders shipped primarily, and brief update on that. We're shipping benders and dies within days, not weeks. We do ship benders and dies together. We don't ship your bender out and then ship your dies 6 to 12 weeks later. So we give you stuff that's usable, is the idea there. Let's bend some tube. Are you guys excited? I am. We are going to be bending cart legs. So this is square tubing, 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches. It's 120 or 125. I always forget. It's about 1/8 of an inch. This one has holes in it, which is fun. Reason why is because it's actually the legs of the cart. So I'm going to twist the camera down a little bit real quick. We're going to be making these guys right here. So this thing, when bent, becomes one of these. The one with the holes is the one that goes in the back. and that is the one that is going to be having the notch pedestal mount go on it. Johnny's going to dazzle you with his camera skills. How'd it work? So I'm going to bend this one first. If your holes are far enough from the bend, which they are in this case, you can bend stuff that's already got holes drilled in it in really any tubing bender, but this one included. So this has our automatic stop set up. When this little trigger piece here swings down and hits this switch, which you can probably hear if I get close enough to it, it's going to turn the machine off. We haven't really showed this feature on camera much, so it's definitely something that we should be showing you guys more often. And there is 2 clamp blocks on square tube, only on 1.5 inches, because it's just tough to clamp on, as the clamps sometimes slide. So when you buy an 1.5 inch square die from us, you actually do get, if it's 1.5 inches, you get 2 clamp blocks with it, which is kind of unique. It's the only die we do that with. So let's bend this thing. This is set up with our 2 horsepower electric hydraulic power system, so it bends pretty quick. We're going to bend these to, I think it's 18 degrees. It's already set. The nice thing is the operator, in this case me, doesn't actually have to know how far it's being bent, as long as the person who set it up put the auto stop in the correct place. So I'm going to bend this first one kind of slow, make sure it goes the way I expect. And it did. Our auto stop won't let you overbend, so I can't bend any further. I actually can't unbend either. There's an override to let you come off of the bend stop. The cool thing is, even with the override engaged, you still cannot overbend the part. It'll only go backwards because there's a magnetic valve stopping it from ever allowing fluid to go in the direction of extension, allowing you to overbend parts and make scrap. So we come off the switch, we take out our part, and we have a leg bent, ready to become a production part for one of our carts. And if we want to make another one, which of course we do, we just throw it in there. And I'm going to bend this one faster because I know it's going to stop. There you go. That's how long it takes to make cart legs for a tubing bender.
Can we bend rectangular metal?
Fantastic question from our audience through Johnny. Can we bend rectangular tubing? Not in a way that you want to. Every time I've tried it, it's just wrinkled. And the most common application is 1x2. Comment if that's the application you want. But we haven't really put much effort into developing the dies because it doesn't seem like it's that popular, and it's extremely challenging to bend. And people usually want to bend 16 gauge, which just likes to wrinkle and fold up anyway. It's deep into mandrel bending, split die, brass insert territory, complicated, difficult, expensive mandrel bending. So it's not something we really are in a rush to develop. I promise, guys, last one. You're not going to watch me build our entire month's inventory worth. So we put the clamp blocks on with a fixture to get the bend spacing exactly the same every time. You could also use our backstop assembly for that, which is just a wall that the tubing would hit to get your clamp blocks in the same place every time. So there's a couple ways to accomplish the consistent bend spacing. So that's it. We got all 4 of these guys done. Square tubing usually has some cupping and some kind of visual defect stuff in it. No wrinkles, which is good. The bigger the square tube, thinner the wall, tighter the radius, worse that's going to be. So same D ratio and wall ratio that we're always concerned about with tube bending also applies to square. Let's announce some winners. I think we're done with the news. We're done with the bending show. Time to announce winners. So I did not have time to actually find out how many times these people have entered. So some of these people may have entered a bunch of times, maybe not at all. Don't forget to comment if you're here, because we have bonus gift card money for you guys if you're here. We'll start with 3rd place. So good news for Jason and bad news because he's not the grand prize winner. Jason Brown from Washington is the winner of our third place prize. So that's a $25 gift card. But we'll make it $50 if you're here, Jason. So don't forget to comment if you're here. If you happen to know Mr. Jason Brown, he's not here. You've only got a couple minutes to get him down here to comment and say that he's here. Woohoo, he's here. All right, Johnny already let us know. Jason, thank you for entering, and even more, thank you for being a part of our live video. it's super exciting for us when you guys are here. Obviously, it's a little bit more money for us to outlay, but it's awesome when you guys are here. So that's great. Second place is David Campbell, Blue Ridge Repair LLC in Virginia. So Dave Campbell, congratulations. You just won a $50 gift card. We're, of course, going to double that and make it $100 if you're here and watching. He got one of our bottle opener, stainless steel bottle opener keychains. Those things are sweet. And a shirt. And then our grand prize winner. We don't have a drum roll, so I'm just going to delay dramatically. Do you guys, no, we don't need to do that. Do you guys have any further questions? You can delay this indefinitely by asking me questions in the comments. It'll make all the other people watching this video really mad at you. Steve Bresmahan. Steve Buscemi. No, I don't think that famous guy bought a bender yet. So Steve Bresmahan. I'm sure you know how to say it. I am terribly sorry for butchering it. I'm pretty good with names. Not this one. From Idaho. Steve, congratulations. What you won is a roll cage dream package. That was the prize for March, April, the drawing period we just finished. So the dream package is a M625 bender, heaviest capacity we sell, welded and powder coated. Comes with 2 dies, 1 3/4 on 6-inch radius, of course, 1 3/4 diameter, 1.5 inch on 4.5. Both upgraded pressure roller dies, both with, I believe, double clamps. And then it comes with the 2 rotation index gauges, Bentech Pro, which is the awesome version of Bentech that does assemblies, notches, all the help stuff. And huge deal, full set of 7 nickel-plated dimple dies. Those are the ones that we through heat treat after their machine, so they are super hard, super tough, made in the USA, heat treated in the USA, nickel-plated in the USA, made from billet steel that's cut in the USA, well, made into ingots, billet in the USA. So it is a all-American made product like all our stuff you guys already know and love from Rogue Fab. So it's a fantastic package. Retail value on it is $4,338. They are on sale for, or at least we're on sale for $4,099. So fantastic package. And Steve already has our bender because he's buying UHMW pressure dies in addition to some shirts. That's what got him his winning entry. He actually bought a whole bunch of swag. Hoodies, bend position tool. So Steve, there's a credit option. Instead of getting a second tubing bender, which would look fantastic in your shop next to your current tubing bender, and that's true in everyone's shop, you could just get a credit and buy a mandrel attachment for your tubing bender instead, or something else cool, a whole bunch of dies, maybe an electric hydraulic power system with an automatic stop now that you've seen it in action. Steve, don't forget to comment. $100 gift card would be added to your prize. I will open the floor up to questions. It's been open the whole time, but now's your chance. Do we have anything, Johnny?
Yes.
Excellent question. He wants to know if you can bend this 1.5 inch square tube on a 4.5 inch radius. No. It will wrinkle badly. So with square tube, with round tube, you generally take your OD of your tube, 1 inch makes easy math, 1 inch tube, multiply it by 3. That's 3 inches, obviously. That'd be a really basic way to grab a minimum ideal centerline radius. So 2.5 would be a bad centerline radius for 1 inch tube, round. 4 inch would be big and good. Square tube, same thing, multiply it by 4 though. So 1.5 inch tube times 4, 6 inch CLR. That's our recommended minimum for bending 1.5 inches. So 1 inch times 4 on square tube, 4 inch would be the minimum we'd recommend. So if you look at our square tube dies, they generally follow that pattern. You're gonna have CLRs right around the 4 times the outside dimension of your square tube range. So, and Johnny was trying to interrupt me the whole time I was saying that. I know he's got another question for us.
One person asked, are you good to paint the notcher?
Painting the notcher, no problem whatsoever. You can paint the notcher. That was another question somebody asked. I'm going to unlock our casters here, swivel this guy around. So the notcher has no problem being painted. Ours is covered in a bunch of gross shavings. You'll lose some of the paint from friction on the frame. No problem whatsoever. You can paint this thing, you can plate it, you can do whatever you want. I've seen guys powder coat it. If you powder coat it, you sometimes have to knock the brass bushings out first. They're pretty easy to take out with just like a socket and a light mallet. And you can go back in with a vise, arbor press, hydraulic press will smash them, don't use one. And so you can disassemble it, powder coat it, re-ream the holes to take the powder coat out or sand it or mask it when you powder coat it, slam it all back together. No problem whatsoever.
Alien Fab 4x4 says, are you going to laser zap the wheel with the marking wheel at some time?
The bend wheel, we had a question from Alien Fab asking if we're going to laser the bend wheel. I think he's talking about replacing this beautiful 3M outdoor vinyl wrap with laser engraving. We have plans to eventually make a metal one that would bolt on. We want to make it bolt on because we want to make the laser cutting probably deep and black and into stainless, because then it will not rust or tarnish, and it'll be still extremely durable because stainless has a really good wear and abrasion properties. So that was from Dan at Alien Fab 4x4. So probably, but not on this current bend wheel. The other benefit of having it be a bolt-on affair is we could just have someone drill and tap a couple holes and retrofit it onto current stuff. If we laser it, you got to get a whole new bend wheel, and then it's a more expensive retrofit. We're always thinking about our current customers, like Dan at Alien Fab, and of course like Steve in Idaho, who won our grand prize. Don't forget to comment, Steve. Still going to give you a chance. Anything else?
How much does the auto start or auto stop feature typically cost? First time seeing anything about it.
Auto stop price. So the auto stop is available on our 2 horsepower electric hydraulic system only. So the one with the joystick. That electric hydraulic power system includes more parts than a tubing bender, a lot of electronics, motors, 12 volt DC control system, all that jazz. So that system with cart brackets to mount the whole thing on the cart, and the hydraulic cylinder, which contains almost no parts that are made in China. It's basically North American power unit, USA cylinder, all that stuff. That system's about $2,100 with the brackets. Adding the auto stop is $300 more. So to get the auto stop componentry added to a 2 horsepower system is $300. If you're buying the entire electric hydraulic power system with the automatic stop, with the cart brackets, with the 9-ton cylinder, all in, ready to go into your machine, it's I think $23.75, right around there. So going from memory. So we have a less expensive one that's a push button imported power unit, still almost as fast, really nice to use, quiet, 250 volt as well, 1.5 horsepower, and it is in line with the least expensive single acting powered hydraulic systems that are on machines that we compete with. So there's other machinery that we compete with. You guys probably already know who makes it. They have single acting power systems where you push a button and it powers out, and then an internal spring pushes it back at a relatively slow rate. Ours are powered out at 3 to 5 degrees per second and powered back at 4 to 7 degrees per second. So they actually return faster than they extend. All two-way hydraulic cylinders act that way. One-ways with spring returns are slower in return. So the 1.5 horsepower system is actually quite affordable when compared to other systems that are on machinery that we compete with. This 2 horsepower with a joystick is really not something that other machinery we compete with offers, with being an auto stop, joystick controlled, bidirectional, not imported from China basically. So it's not, I wouldn't say in a class of its own, but it's not really directly competing with other stuff. So long answer, super long answer. The words are free. Next time we're doing a virtual shop tour. We've actually never done a true virtual shop tour. I think it's a great idea though. I think we should do one. We've been talking about doing more kind of what's going on at RogueFab videos. Fun ones would be like showing our new staff who's never ran a bender how to bend these things. Johnny has already bent these. I told you guys already, I'm throwing him under the bus as our newest employee. He's only been here 2 days and he's already bent these things because we think everyone who works here should be able to have some fun doing this. So we'll do a shop tour. Yeah, he said with the auto stop feature, anybody can do it. I kind of alluded to that it's pretty easy once it's set up. So yeah, we want to show more stuff like that, like what's going on, what we're making. Obviously, we can't show like any trade secret stuff, but a shop tour, at least a selected shop tour, would make a lot of sense. Showing you guys kind of our warehouse, our inventory, kind of what our box packing process kind of looks like, and that kind of thing. I think would be fun to show. So it's a great question. And in terms of when, no clue, but I want to do it. Fantastic. Thank you guys so much for watching. There will be a button that'll show up here if you're watching this after it was posted, like after it was live, so pre-recorded, and it'll say you can subscribe click that button. That is the most meaningful way you can tell me that you appreciate this content, even in the slightest. We won't irritate you with pointless videos about kittens unless it's what you want. I'm kidding. We don't post that many videos, and they're usually rich in content and technical features. So go ahead and subscribe. Do it for yourself. Be greedy. Thank you guys so much. Be safe in the shop. Have a great day.